going to show you a quick neck trick, and you can start to go ahead and go down. This is following a sit-out. I'm going to kind of stay up because my mobility is not as great as it was one time. As they say, I used to be agile, mobile, and hostile. Now I'm just hostile. Okay, now when you get out here, why you can underhook. I don't know if you're familiar with that, sucking back, or you can underhook one side and pull his chin back. And the best way, in my opinion, is to beat him right here. You just come across the face and use your head. Okay, just hollow. Okay, tap it. Okay, it doesn't take much pressure. So when you do this, why be very careful with it. Okay, let's turn around so we just get a different picture here. Yeah. And okay, you just turn the man's head. You're pulling here, pushing here, and sliding it back. It doesn't take much. Push. Pulling back. I'm pulling here, pushing the jab. Sucking back. Yeah. And then now we're going to pull back. Again, to get that shoulder together. Ooh.
Jake, you hire a chiropractor for adjustments? Yes, sir.
So you probably are aware of the front face lock. Guys' hands. Okay. So we're going to do this. This is another, just quickly. You make it as a counter to a leg dive. Just going to use your wrist, turn his head, and use it. Hold here. Elevate. Okay. Are you okay? Yeah. Okay. I know it. Okay. Turn up here so these guys can see you. This is cutting edge of your hand. Get in. Drag his head across and pull him down here and elevate him here. If you get a guy that's real long, tall, in other words, you're up here, you know. You can fall, he'll come to his knees, and you know that you're going to next fall to his knees, then you stand up, that he's not as tall as it. You follow it? Let's go through it again. Around, turn his head. You can use the cutting edge to turn, pull down, and elevate. It doesn't take much. I want to just address a couple other things here before we go on, and that's the mental factors, the mental portion of this, because there's a mindset here that's very important. Basically, if you think you can or can't, you're right. But that can has to be on well-based confidence. In other words, you can't just say, hey, mentally, I'm going to kick this guy's butt, you know, without doing some training. You've got to do the work in the gym. That then will help the confidence factor. You have to do the training, the running, the wrestling, the repetitions of all the things that you do, the strength work, the total package. And then a lot of times we did this with Owings, and it worked very, very well. We noticed that Gable did certain things and exposed certain weaknesses that we wanted to take advantage of. Not that Gable had many. He was a very, very good, very fine wrestler, and I think that if he'd have wrestled Owings 10 times, he would have won 9 of them. It just happened to be that particular day was Larry's. But the best time to do this, I know some of you are into the Zen philosophy, but a very good time to do it is just prior to going to sleep, when you're relaxed. You know, you can visualize yourself. Visualize yourself doing the front face lock, or some particular move you're working on. Be a realist too. If you wrestle some guy who beats you, don't say, well, hey, that guy beat me, I had a hangnail, you know, or I had a cold or something. You know, why did he beat me, you know? Look for the real causes of it, and then eliminate those weaknesses, and next time maybe you'll turn it down. But you have to be realistic. This is a very realistic sport. And if you have a coach that's realistic, well, he might get on your tail once in a while, you know, hey, you know, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. So these are very important things. The mental aspect is very important. It's going to go through the double wrist lock, which I see there's a couple of guys here that work it very, very well. I've seen one boy doing a switch and he turned it right into a double wrist lock. He said he'd been doing submission last time. So, but I want to point out 2 or 3 things in this regard. Okay, now, if this man's arm is straight and close to his body, I don't have much chance of making this a good move. Let's just walk over. In other words, if he keeps this thing close to his body and straight, now I can't do anything with it, you know, so that's one thing. Okay, so if someone gets it on you, well, that's part of the move, you know, or you can pull in and grab the skin in your stomach or something so he can't get it up. Do you follow what I'm saying? Just grab something so he can't get loose. Okay, so lesson 1. Okay, the second thing here, now relax a little, is get a little angle in, bend it, you know, so there's an angle. You see what I'm saying here, angle-wise? In other words, this is straight, 180 degrees, this is an angle. You have better leverage there. Third, if you can, take the palm and twist it, or twist at the wrist. Can you feel the difference? Okay, or down here. I know this is quite a bit of stuff. So let's try this. Okay, we're going to be, let's walk around one more time. Okay. Straight, not so good. Bent, better. With a twist, even better, because it takes the slack out. Or you can twist down to here if you can. Turn the guy right here, this line, we're just basically going to go to the key line. So, but the weight on his chest. So, Jake, yeah, you working for pinfalls here too? Yep. Yeah. So you know, you're there, you weight on his chest. There's different things you can do here too, but we just work for a pinfall here. But with the shoulders down there. Yeah. And your legs on your weight on your toes. Yeah. Here, yeah. Just shorten it out. Weight right on the chest. Yeah. There's everything you can do here too. I want to show you something that helps, because you may not have a lot of power. Now let's say that I'm in this position and I want to get this guy's arm down, and he grabs his stomach or something like that. So I can't, you know, it's too strong. Now if I can use a little trick to get him down without much strength. So what I'm going to do, hang on. You all right? Pull, push.
Yep.
Just a little power factor. We're going to destroy one of the legs of the table. If I take this leg out, he's vulnerable to move. And so we're going to be in here, and his head pry, lift in here, drag his arm down to the mat. Now I'm through. And bring his arm into a hammerlock. Now, we're across here. Now at this point, this is where you've got to be careful. Start moving this arm away. Can you feel that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. It is very vulnerable. Can you just go ahead and turn it? Okay, come on back. Here it is. We're moving his arm out. out from his body.
So they turn
It's very uncomfortable. Yeah. Okay, usually they submit. Okay, this next one's a head and arm. We're going to do this in steps. The setup first is from a closed collar and elbow position, when you're tied up. And I'm going to demonstrate 2 or 3 times in steps. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here is shoot my arm past his head and try to use my deltoid of my shoulder to hit him right under the nose, to pop his head up. Okay? I'm not going to whack you hard. Okay. So we're tied up. I'm going to shoot the arm through, try to use the deltoid, top of your shoulder, to hit him right under the nose area, fairly tender area. Okay, so that's step 1, just the setup. Okay, so let's just go here, easy. Okay, I shoot through to this point. We're going to shoot the arm through, pop him with the elbow. Take it right to the mat, and as we go down, this is just a simple arm and neck hold. But on the way down, if you can hook this, are we okay here? Yeah. Okay, and then take the head that way. It's very simple, very easy, very quick hold. If you miss it, you're still in pretty good shape. With just the head and arm. You're still in third shape here. And on this, you cross your legs this way. It's hard. If I'm here, he can't reach with his legs. You can grab my leg there and hook me and take me over, and reverse things. So we're here, cross your legs this way. You can't do that. Okay, this arm is going deep there. Okay, give it a try. Take it easy. Okay?
Thanks, sir.
The West Point line is sometimes called the chest table. I don't know what the origin is of the move. I think it may have came, there was a former world champion named Tom Jenkins, and this is prior to the turn of the century, and later he coached at West Point. But I've never seen this hold published, and most people don't have a clue as to what it's about. But it's a very tight move, and I don't have the agility that I used to have. I can't move quickly, but you start from this position and you move behind the man, and I'm going to be leaning on you a little bit. I'm going to clear around and hook the arm. So I've got him hooked, just grabbed here and here. Okay? Stay up. Now, I'm going to be pulling this arm back toward his crotch. And I'm going to be pulling this arm. Now you start, once you break your gear, you start walking the arm. You all right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Stand up, stand up.
Yeah, stand up. Yeah.
So you can see where his rib,
Yeah.
it's a lot of pressure.
It's a terrifically hard move. Sorry, Bob, you were trying to plan.
One more time.
Please.
I'll tell you, it's hard to do this in an easy way. Basically, you're here, you're pulling this arm diagonally toward this hip. You're around here, and the pressure doesn't come from me squeezing. It comes from the twist that it gets in the ribs. When it starts to hurt, hollow a little bit, so they can kind of tell where it's getting tight. Okay, it's here and here. Now I'm pulling here, and I'm starting to walk. I took it a little too far, but it's very tight. Could you tell?
Oh, yeah.
Very well. it's just a couple of, it's just kind of little fun stuff, actually. If I hook the man here, just like this, can you see this at all?
Yeah.
Okay, if he turns
You should
into,
spin around though.
okay, if he starts turning in, you just take him right, let him come right with it, and keep turning. Okay. And then, we're in a pretty uncomfortable position here. So we just, it's like a twisting chicken wing. Can you see what's going on there? Or?
Yeah, if you can't see, move around, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Just turn. It's just kind of a little fun thing. If you're hooked here, you just slowly do it. Okay. Now, if he turns in, then you chicken wing him. You know, keep turning. You let him come. Oh, that's right. If he turns, if he turns away, you key lock him. So if he turns this way, can you feel that at all? Yeah. Yeah. I just got a simple key lock. Listen to it. You just roll your wrist. Okay. If he turns this way, turn slowly. I don't want to bang here. You just here. Yeah. Then you can heavy stuff. Simple little move.
Armbar.
Yeah, just an arm bar.
Maybe we see one more time, please, Mr.
Sure. Okay. Sure. Okay, we're here. If he turns that way, turn out. Turn this way.
To your left.
Yeah. So. Then you drag it out and you key lock it. And you feel just roll your wrist. It hurts. It's uncomfortable.
Key lock, short arm
In,
scissor.
well, then you arm bar. Use the hip too. Very, very uncomfortable. All right, simple. And it's effective.
Thanks, sir.
Did you do it? This is kind of a historical thing, like coming away from. Yeah, like, there was a guy named Joe Stecker. Interlace him here if you can. Can you? I've got so big it's hard to remember. Anyway, Stecker was going to fight a guy named John Pessett. And Stecker was very, very good at the body scissors. You probably read about Joe Stecker.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, he was very good at it. Well, anyway, he devised this move. I don't know if I can do this guy or not. Yeah, you get right over when the guy has rear body scissors, and you come down pretty hard. Are you okay here with this? Okay. And you just come down pretty hard. Your legs are too short. I've got a longer leg than you. But basically what all you're doing here is stepping over and then driving down, and it's kind of an uncomfortable thing, particularly if you ballistically move into it. So I just thought I'd pass it on because I see in the ultimate fighters they're in that position a lot. Of course, they're trying to choke the guy, so I just thought I'd pass that on here. This is just a little basic move from a reverse bar. I've got this guy down, and I'm going to come right through and hook this arm. And then yes, he says, ooh, that's right. But it's like a full Nelson, only you're not doing much. You're just laying it. If I bounce into this way, I could hurt him. Simple move. You're here, you've turned him, just drive through. And then if you lay back, I'm doing nothing except laying on it. whether you're a great wrestler, a good wrestler, whatever kind of wrestler you are, I always respected whoever I was wrestling with. I mean, even the guy was a fish, where I still, if the guy had enough guts and didn't give it a shot, well, you know, he's deserving respect. I just wanted to point out just a couple of drills, switching and re-switching. So if you guys just demonstrate what we're talking about here, we just go on, I'll say ready and whistle. Ready, switch, and re-switch, and then switch, and break it down. Gents, I'm done for the day. I ran out of things. I see some pictures in the book. It's kind of improperly done. So I don't know if you've seen these or not, some of these old pictures, and they look like they just kind of posed by a couple of performance wrestlers. But let's just do it. Come on out. Okay, on this front face lock, you can use it in a number of ways. You can use it as a counter to a leg guide, various things. But basically, use the cutting edge of your wrist against his face and turn his head. That's a key thing. Then, what I see is that locking here, it's probably better if you control down here on the arm. You just got better control. And then, of course, you start out with this. You underhook both sides and suck him back. Yeah. You underhook and use your chin, all your body parts. Yeah. Health. And then you can underhook, chin, suck back, or overhook, chin, suck back. There's different ways to perform this. The best way is to turn his head. And this is, I'm very comfortable. So, okay here. Turn the head, use the cutting edge of the wrist. And there's a bone in here. If you get right up in under it, that's really uncomfortable. Yeah. So this is a deep bone there. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just your chest, right on it. Yeah. And you push down and is that what I like to do? Does he have it? Push a little bit. Yeah, no, push on his chest. No, pushing forward into the top of your chest. Okay. And then same idea with that front face lock. If you fall back, so the other guy comes down with his hands and knees, and you know what you're gonna do, so just fall back, flatten them out down here, if you're short, and then just stand up there.
Okay.
Can you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go step by step to this elusive cross body drive.
Okay.
Because if you can do this, you can, a lot of times get a guy who maybe is technically better than you or a better wrestler.
Yeah.
Because you did mention before that someone used to do this to you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you wear a guy out. Because basically he's carrying your weight. But I'm just going to go through it kind of step by step because there's some complex abilities.
Sorry, go ahead. This thing is part of the game.
Yeah, oh, that's another thing too. On this thing, you know, if you're standing particularly, like, bury your thumbs, because if they're out there, and if the sun is out there, he's standing behind you, and I'm not just, you know, and it's there, I grab his thumb, you know, to tear him apart, so that's the, well, for you, it doesn't, I don't think you find any books.
Yeah.
You find it kind of,
Did you bury both fronts or just the one?
I just bury everything so there's nothing to grab. Because, you know, the fingers out. On the crossbody ride, we'll talk about methods of getting your foot in later. For right now, I'll just let me in. Okay, I'm going to come in on in here. Oh, now, this can be hooked or unhooked, whatever you want. Right now, with a grapevine. Now, what I'm looking for here next is to come across body. If I get out here, if I try to come over this arm, all he's got to do is grab my elbow and dump me off. So let's take that as one step one. Now, come inside. Try to catch that arm. You don't have to hurry. You can flatten it out. Just flatten it out? Flatten it. Yeah. Okay. Now get, you can change that to a 54 down there. I can't tell who's boots or who's.
Yeah. Mine went to these. Okay.
Now, grab his wrist with your right arm.
Yeah.
You got it. Start to bring that arm up behind your head. Easy now. Okay. Now start laying back. Start turning. Turn it. Okay. Now hold it. Okay. Now use your foot down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Just wait. That's just. Where's your foot? Here.
Yeah, these smart ones.
Okay. You did it. Fine. Now, grab his head at the top.
Yeah,
As high as you can. There we go. It won't go anywhere. It won't go anywhere. Just, okay. Yeah, easy.
Okay.
Does it feel tight? Wriggle around some. See if you can.
Yeah. I'm trying.
Yeah.
This. Working. Right.
Breaking down. Flatten it. Flatten it. Flatten it. Now, slowly. You don't have to go fast. Just put that head. Start laying back. Figure four to your leg. Dragging it forward.
See how it tightens up?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're going to wind up with a big one. Yeah.
So if they don't want to really tighten
Yeah,
up,
just catch that arm. It's better to flatten because it's safer. If you don't flatten out, well, you've got that handle out there, you can turn it into a twisting, start bringing your wrist out. Break it down, flatten it. Keep driving till you flatten out. Just get it flat. And figure four your leg down there.
yeah, that tightens it up quite a bit.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference.
Easy. Just start. You don't have to hurry on it. Just start breaking it down.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
he's a big guy like Derek.
Yeah.
He wants to keep his elbow there. Are there any tricks to getting underneath there, like popping?
Well, yeah, just drag it in there, yeah. And if it's hard to get in there, remember, he's shooting you really close.
Right, I can wear him down.
Okay, you bring that leg up. That's right. Let him bring it up. Yeah. Now, hold it. Now take all of the slack out right now and be ready to figure for your own leg. Yeah. Okay, and then just roll it. Flatten. Have you got it? Yeah. Yeah, the key is to take that slack out before you turn, you know.
I'm trying to get up.
So, okay, now take the slack right now. Just really reach that thing up there.
Oh, yeah.
Push with your chest. Yeah, just take all the slack out before you turn. So once the slack's gone, the guy's going to turn, you know. So.
Yeah, makes a big difference.
So this is one thing. If he starts to stand up, you can split leg splitting. Okay. Take the slack out right there. Take it all out. Pick your foot. That's it. Okay. Now go ahead and turn it over and hold it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Take
Pretty
all the juice. That's not perfect.
Perfect.
Got this leg down to that.
Now I'm going to stand up and pick it for you like it's it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through another sequence with crossbody right. Go ahead and one of you down and the other one up and insert the leg and then stop. Okay. Now, if he buries himself here, sometimes you can come in here with your elbow and reach across and grab that arm. And now pull the arm towards you. Just. You've got to really, okay. So now he's carrying your weight. We're not quite there yet on this, but okay, go ahead and take it again. And now, when you can take it, but you would have to hit it pretty hard, not here.
Are you going to bring your hands together?
Well, we're going to do something else here. I just want to make sure that just go ahead and try that first step first. So we take it in steps. And even if you don't do a lot with it, like,
It's a good way to break the guy down.
yeah, you can break it down. Like coming and banging is pretty good. Just turn his head that way. You got quite a bit of force. And it's not, it's not amateur wrestling. So, you know what I'm saying. You can just, don't butt your friends. There's quite a bit of force, and that's all it takes really.
Contest or help us across.
Right. Yeah. When you come in here and really reach that arm up. Yeah. You can double up on the whole arm to
Get
comfortable.
Actually, I use it here. Maybe not.
It gives you some options.
Yeah, it's a good way to break the person down.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Especially if they're really tight.
Yes. Yeah, Don't be too nice. Yeah.
Okay.
You got that move.
Yeah.
You don't have to really flatten, but just, come in there pretty hard enough to jar his head. Someone right somewhere, insert the leg. Okay, and there are different ways on this too. You can insert the leg and just stick it up in his crotch. A lot of guys can do that.
Okay.
But I mean, you don't, here you've got a grapevine, that's solid too, but I mean, there's different ways, so you can just hook, just try to drive it right up into his, right up into here. So you don't have, that's okay. You don't have that flexibility there.
No.
So we need that, okay. So just go ahead and hook it. Now, go with the guy. Bottom end, just roll to your right.
My right? Okay.
Yeah, and you roll through with it. Just roll through with it. And keep turning. Yeah. Okay. Still in position. That's not exactly where we want to be.
Okay.
Right here. Okay,
Great. Yeah.
go ahead. Roll through with it. That's it. Yeah. You're still in the same position.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So, if he turns to his left, do the same thing.
Yeah.
driving to the side, so.
One leg?
Well, guys, you just the other side. Oh, you've already got it.
What, do you want me to, okay, well, you want me to just be here?
Yeah, now,
Okay.
come to your hands and knees, and as he comes up, insert your leg.
Okay.
Insert your left leg.
Yep.
As he comes up, and here, yeah, there you go. Okay?
Yep.
That's why, yeah. It's just a way to get in there sometimes, you know, I mean.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
Because if the guy's up, it's so heavy, and, come on up.
Oh, sure, okay.
Okay, now, go ahead. If in other words, if he starts to insert the leg, just bring that on back, see?
Oh, okay.
Fly. That's why we have all this stuff.
You're trying to go up. Yeah, that's a difficult.
Keep him out.
Yeah.
But it's a good place to insert the leg.
Yeah.
You insert it from either side.
Right, right.
Go ahead, flatten out again and just straddle it, just be on top. Okay, come on up to your knees now. And put both of us in there. Flattening and reflattening. Yeah, there you are.
Yeah.
This game is very couple. Do it one more time and then we'll make it really unpleasant for the guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead and get in there and flatten. Now, lift it. Just land it and elevate your legs. Just lift. Can you feel it underneath?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It works your way out. That's it. Flatten it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then now, let's let it in again. Now, elevate.
Not into my lower spine. There you go. There you go.
It tires the guy out underneath because he's carrying all the weight and it's right in his chest and his breathing. So, yeah, try it again. Now, let him in right so we can get in there. Yeah, both legs. Okay. Now, lift here and just lay on it. Can you feel the difference in the breathing?
That side's not it.
You got to elevate and just lay on it. It's a targeting position for the elevate and arch your back.
Good though, that's a punishing move.
Yeah, it just wears the guy out, basically. And then, once he's down there, well, you can, once he's down there, you top, you can cross-facing. There's different things you can do. So, go ahead, just go ahead and flatten him out. Both legs, just top that, just break it down.
Nice.
Now, use your arm.
Nice.
This arm. And give him this side. See, there's a lot of stuff you can do off the sequence and stuff. Pull the arm in tight. Just pull that arm. Yeah. It's uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
And you can kind of abuse it,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
both ways. I mean, in a combat way. I'm going to show you another little stunt that you won't see. I've never seen published anyway. Go ahead. Yeah, you're doing right. Okay. Now just get on. Not inside, just outside.
Okay.
Go ahead, flatten out on there. So let's see if you got your flat here. Now, let me write it.
Sure.
This is kind of hard to explain. Okay, and then here, one arm. Now, come up to your knees. Just come up to your knees. And I'm going to do an 8 each word.
Yeah.
Follow me. I'm
Oh,
inside.
yeah. Yeah, you got
Inside.
a nice butterfly.
Right. So go ahead and try it. Basically, what the other man is trying to get one knee up so we can get in. And it's a real easy ride. It's not. You don't see it in books.
No.
And then from that same position, go ahead and get around. You can. Yeah, that's it. You can still do this same stuff as before.
Yeah.
Cross hard.
Yeah.
And when you come in, you can kind of an initial shock. The decision bench is basically most guys wrestle at their upper body. They don't lose the legs.
Yeah.
This gives you four parts. So, so it's good.
Yeah, good.
Okay. In amateur wrestling anyway, they don't teach that cross body right. Right. Not all coaches will because you can get in trouble with it too. From an amateur standpoint, the step that you have to do for 2 seconds is all.
Yeah.
Guys turn in and stuff, you can get scrambled up.
We used to do it in freestyle, but we used to start from power half Nelson. So we break the guy down to power half.
getting the post is on. Now, once the arm is posted, then you can use this leg to sweep it right back between your legs. This is what I have the agility to do it.
Yeah.
You sweep it back and you sit on it.
Yeah.
Then,
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
that's really tight.
Yeah.
It
Oh, jeez.
takes a little. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's stepping off. Yeah, you gotta apply the aggregate toward the shoulder.
Yeah.
So that it's on, so you do that post.
Yeah.
You post the blade. You use this blade and you sweep it back in, you sit on the legs. And you can,
Nice.
it's really tight. You okay? Can you do it?
Nice. I think one part we're having a problem is that the moving forward, which you're good at. I think you just you're hip.
This diagram, that's it. Now he's posted.
Yeah.
Now sweep, you sit on it.
Yeah.
You use your left elbow, that's it, you got it.
Yeah.
It's very tight.
I don't want to crank too much.
No.
Yeah, they're
That's
good. If I'm driving forward, typically I just keep one knee on the inside here.
You can, yeah, that's why.
Just on the outside?
The thing is that be careful over here, when you do that, this guy can sit up and switch.
Yeah, right.
So you have to be aware of that, so you need to have a counter for the switch if he does that.
Yeah.
So go ahead and
So if you switch.
so yeah,
Yeah.
you need to be aware that he can switch on it.
Yeah.
And,
Or like step down. I mean, if you're just. I guess
There's no weight on, yeah, this is better.
Yeah,
The other way, there's no weight. Just
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So if I do that, and I just get on the inside of the side, get on the inside of the side here, and then just get my hips in and drive forward.
That's it, I'm supposed to be able to switch.
Yeah, now I can take it however I want, yeah, my leg or whatever.
You just have to be aware that the guy can sit up and switch.
Yeah. One of the things I always like doing from here is getting one arm trapped,
Yes.
and then doing the same sort of thing with Nelson.
Yes, you do the same thing there. Same thing. Same thing. You finish your one thing in his head. Mine's up the same. And that's what. Sometimes you can pick this up, try and
Oh yeah.
step across.
Oh yeah,
Take
okay.
good control, and then you can't use that toe hold. Someone asked about that.
Yeah.
This is pretty controlled. His arms up. It's hard to make it very comfortable with how you use. Basically,
That's really good.
breaking is down.
Here, right?
Just grab his leg, use.
Sweet here, over top of it. Hit him down there. That's good.
No, cross chaser.
Yeah. That's good. Basically, you gotta pull an arm or like a.
This is like a table here, you know, this leg, this leg, this leg, and this leg. You gotta destroy one of those legs to break it down. So basically, you know, it's take down, break down, and then you move.
Okay.
And when it has worse, it's so good. And this is what I walk, I'm not trying to do this. change directions and guide you to the way.
Yeah. But at the same time, you just dump them or?
Yeah, you just dump it down, basically. All over the bottom.
Yeah.
But I like to work from the side.
No, that's always good. Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's what I hate.
Yeah, some of the recipes, they really, there's kind of like this martial art, you know, kick, fight, punch, you know. Those guys are usually really steep for any time, so.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Set up, yeah.
Gotta be watching over 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
He's gonna die for me.
Yeah. But they get the position a lot of times, I can see it. I see it in the wrestling crowd. But when you use some of the stuff, I mean, they do it.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the kid, I was admired, was wrestling. He has a top body situation. Yeah, the second draw for the wrestlers is the best.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. He's good. Right. How we get on is, we need to try it sometime. You know, I change it. I know the idea was that you can use this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just and you rip it a few times.
Yeah.
You know, so you guys say, well, what if he gets mad? Well, if he gets mad, so what? You got your lead on it. So, you know, it's tough. Okay, we're going to try double wrist lock. So I just want to see all of you do one. So
Okay. I got you one on, right?
okay, go standing. Let's go standing. Just don't take him off his feet. Just go ahead and take him.
Okay. From here.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah. Get it. Yeah, good. Important to have to angle it and decide. I like to take a little twist of this.
Okay.
Can you feel it?
Yeah, a little more fight close.
Yeah, it's a little twist. So go ahead and try this one. We'll just stand on this piece.
Yeah.
Get it in and go. Take this side. I think. Yeah. All the way around.
You feel how it's,
Yeah.
when you feel everything tight now, that's when you go.
Yeah. That's why I like to put a twist in.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Just takes all the slack.
Right, yeah.
Really good.
Takes all the slack.
You go on into this. You bring these guys to come around back and you. Yeah, I don't like.
Yeah, it does. It does. That's where you got to go.
We'll try it.
We're just taking this in steps. So we're here, if you put a little twist in this,
Twist in. Yeah.
begin there.
Yeah, I won't go down this step, but you're bringing it. Yeah. Okay.
A little twist. Just sit down and slow down. Please sit down.
Just tight. Yeah. Tight. Yeah.
Very key point. I like to do this from if somebody right back or something like that, and kind of sugarfoot it, and maybe come forward with wrist lock.
Okay. No, I like that.
There's several ways to do this. Another place you just jump down. Anyway, if you work for me here, Jim, you're out here, and the thing is, be okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But it's the same thing, and you can turn this into a key lock.
Oh, jeez. That's
Nice.
nice.
Key lock with figure four. So this just kind of walk through that.
Nice.
Top, yeah, there's other stuff in there.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Got something. Yes.
Sorry. Here's the wrist lock.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Now you're saying.
You know, I mean,
The top arm.
Yeah, the top arm. I'm trying to, again, this arm goes through, grab my wrist. Grab my wrist like that, then bring the other arm around, put my elbow. Oh, there we go. Now I need to grab. they push my arm through this way and the.
Put it on me, just so I can feel it.
It's correct there, Frank. I'll show you. So, he's up here. Just doing that. Right. What he's doing is holding on to this. One there. Like that. You okay? Feel it? No. I keep this hand that's on the top. Keep that there. Okay, it's this here. And then I reach through up here.
G-lock, figure four head, they're different, you can tie it.
Okay, here or
sew
not?
it up.
Okay. So, right. Just reach through with the.
Get that little bit.
No, I can go.
Okay, you got it?
That's
Figure
it.
four, right? Just how to, yeah, there it is.
Put your finger underneath.
Right.
You feel it? Yeah. The elevating.
Got a key lock.
Oh, the key, right here, you just come in.
Grab your elbow.
You know, I just showed it. I would keep the wrist lock, but a lot of guys like it. And then the head's up, so you can, you know, so he's pretty well sewed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not as nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the key lock, yeah, you can head scissors in front. You can walk around his head also when you have your key lock.
Oh, right, yeah.
You can just walk around. It's just kind of a resting position from the top.
Yeah,
It's just in here with your arm right. Then basically, everyone, you know, you got a right angle here.
Yeah.
So when you're on him, when you want to be right on him, you notice my weight's on my toes. So his weight's here. Now the reason they're on your toes is that it's easy to hear because it's kind of a rest position at the top. And if you're on his here, why, you know, he's carrying more weight. Can you feel the difference?
Oh, yes.
Here and here. See, just with weight. So, and right angles, you want to maintain that right angle, and you have to be careful here because if this foot gets out, you can reach over and scissors it and drag it across. So, okay, and this is what I want to do. Let's see. One here. Okay. Now, if you're in here, this position occurs a lot. It starts to turn in, so you can cut a hook here. Okay, now the hook. You feel it? Yep. It's just a key lock, and you can roll your wrist. If you roll, see, when you start doing that, it doesn't look like much, but it's pretty devastating. So if it turns away, that's what you do. In other words, hook here. If he starts to roll that way, then just let him go and come down. If he comes into you, turn in. You just elevate. I'm not doing anything really except pull it up and drop it. Can you feel that?
Oh, yes.
And then when you're in here, come around this side. When you're in here, if I'm like this, there's not much pressure in that joint, but if I start rolling that,
And then you roll the other way.
you get uncomfortable.
Hold on to his arm. Okay, sit down. Yep.
This takes a while to get.
It's in there. I'm going first.
Elevator's on. Get in there and keep it elevated. Okay, then take it right out. Does he have it?
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't take much.
I know if you're in the
Yeah, I know it, yeah.
you know, it's like,
come across, roll the top, and then,
it doesn't work as well.
Pull the slack on it. You don't even need
It's close.
one hand.
Perfect. Yeah, right there, right there. This is good.
Yeah, knock him down.
Right there.
Jesus.
Now if we roll it.
Yeah, right. You pull it up and out. And then come down. You don't need any strength. Yeah, if the roll is missing, slightly the other one. It's a good You got it there? He's got the bad shoulders.
Okay, yeah, this is. Pushing you this way.
Yeah, so once you come down, it's just your bones are doing the work.
Get that right in there. Like the same as we're doing the ankle
makes a huge difference. Yeah.
Starts to separate the joint.
Yeah.
Okay, let him take the wrist lock. Okay, yeah. The other guy.
Oh, I see.
Okay, you're gonna wrist lock him.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, so I'm on the bottom.
Yeah.
You wrist lock. I'm on the top, whenever it's here.
Okay, you got the hell now, take it easy. Leave the guy's arm. Now, you got you.
Yeah.
Straighten your arm if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, now there's no pressure there.
Right.
So the key point, keep this thing bent. Now another thing we can do, grab the skin on your stomach here.
Yep.
So that he can't get that arm behind you.
Okay.
Because once he gets behind you, why, you're gonna be, you can hang on to it.
Yep.
Brief it, loose if you can. That's it.
Right.
Okay? Good.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
That's good,
That's
yeah.
what, yeah, I just wanted to point it out.
Yeah.
If the arm's straight, you got nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So you gotta keep that angle. Okay? And then grab the skin of your stomach, and straighten your arm is different, things you can do.
Okay.
If you're, so just try to kind of get the feel of it. This is the him to pull back.
Yeah.
So if you want his arm back here, you know, pull this way. Oh, I'm finished. While you're here.
Sure.
Let's get the color a little bit.
Okay.
There's a neat little thing you can do right here, and you just come right over here. And again, push.
I can feel like it's gonna do something.
You just slip in here, and come right up, grab your chin, and then, yeah, it doesn't take much.
Very nice.
Very comfortable, yeah.
Are you put the top of your head on his jaw there?
My head in any of these slides.
Gotcha.
That's just a
Try
little.
that. Let's try that. Yes, this one. Crank him as much as you want.
Now, see where we got this thing?
Yeah.
And then you take the head this way. Easy now, just off. It doesn't take much, because you can break his arm, You're here. I used to use this quite a bit. A takedown right to this move.
Yeah, that's
I don't
excellent.
have the agility anymore to do it, but
Yeah, that's excellent.
it's a good move, and it ends the match.
Pretty quick. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll try one stack. This one, this one. Unless you take your hand out. Yeah, you just this arm. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Game over. Love it.
We're just over your side. This arm comes up where you can shove it. And then you walk around his head. Right there. So you just walk out. There's a tremendous amount of pressure. Can you feel it at all? And if you come back down to this, in other words, here, not as much.
Oh, yeah. When you do this, could you turn that on the other side there? So the camera can get that?
It's just a,
That's good though. That's really powerful all over.
yeah, it's good here. Shove it. And then you're here, as you move it up, it gets
Nice.
really tight. Yeah.
Nice.
So you see, you've got this possibility, you've got my head in the arm. They're different stuff, back and forth. And here, once you're getting here, up. Can you feel it? Yeah, it doesn't take any strength. Now, can you give me the routine at all?
Yep.
Both sides?
Yep.
Okay. You're gonna have to drag him up, just standing up, pulling up, and taking down. Okay, now right here, sit out.
Oh, yeah, okay, stop it.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Okay, this is kind of a brutal thing, so
Yeah.
be careful with it.
Yeah.
It's a counter to a double leg dive, or sometimes you can. Sit out.
There you go,
Sit
good.
out.
Right. Yes, I gotta sit up on this one. I gotta get this one there. So, John, you can say, Johnny, you can tell the goal that I set up on the bad stuff. Like this?
Throw them over.
Sit out.
Sit through, Johnny. Sit through.
There you are. Okay. One second, you sit out. Take it part way. Okay, now stop. Now, both legs. Okay, now, unclasp your hands. Okay, now sprawl back. Because normally you guys can sprawl, right? Okay, now, bottom, you reach up and grab his buttocks. The cheeks of his
The cheeks.
Grab the cheeks. Okay. That's right. Pull them into you. Pick him up. Set him down. Yeah.
Okay. Carry around for me. Yeah.
And set him down.
Okay. Look up one, right? I can't. If you pull them in while you're looking up.
You gotta get your head out to the side.
Again. Pull in while you're looking up. Step in.
Slow motion. Now this isn't the butt cheek. Just go ahead.
That's all the butt cheeks.
Okay, now, a lot of times you guys will do this, and they'll hook him around here.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a mistake. So under that, hook his elbows, both of them. And easy does it, now touch your hip, sit through. You sit out.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
You gotta be careful when you do this.
Someone else come in over.
Like, turn and roll.
Trying to go back.
Yeah, now.
Grab both elbows.
There it is. Elbows.
Yeah, you can turn it either way. That guy's got a lot of weight. So it's a quick take, yeah. You see, this is what you see guys grab. Okay.
Over there.
Yeah.
Do is grab the knot.
Hook and sit.
Move my head out so it's gonna be easier.
Yeah, make sure you dig your head. Yeah, make sure you turn your
Okay,
head.
so you go over really quick.
Hook his arm. Hook and sit. There's different ways of, hooking it. If you go in, and it's tough for the top man. The top man's got to touch his head.
Yeah.
They'll break your collarbone.
Yeah. Now, if you're sitting out, are you posting on one hand or are you posting on your head? When you go to sit out with this, like the fleece on top of you, like this. Okay, so say he's on top of me. Say I got both elbows like that.
Yeah.
To sit out. For me,
You